Hello everyone. You are listening to this audiobook on channel Voice for Purpose by NSS IIT Bombay.
The tabla is the most commonly played drum set in North Indian music. It is the instrument most frequently used to accompany vocal and instrumental music and dance, whereas its primary function is to maintain the metric cycle in which compositions are set. Though the tabla is essentially an accompanying instrument, the tabla players are also soloists in their own right, and many have vast repertoires of elaborate compositions handed down orally from generation to generation. From Shastriya Sangeet to Qawwali, this instrument is used everywhere. To get mastery in tabla, you need intense riyas and practice for 4 years. Let's go into the history of this eminent instrument. The history of classical music in India is considered to be at least 5000 years old, as represented by a continuum of musicians passing the music down in oral tradition. The first references to the melodic and rhythmic systems of Indian music are found in the Vedas, which are a sacred collection of literature in the ancient Sanskrit language dating back to the 1500 BC. The first mention of ragas, which mean melody, and talas, which mean rhythm, are in the Vedas, and these ancient eternal qualities are still used in modern classical music. The original percussion instrument of North Indian classic music was a two-headed barrel-shaped drum named the pakhwaj. The pakhwaj was used to accompany vocalists as well as instrumentalists playing string instruments like veena and sitar or winds like bansuri bamboo flute. Indian musicians of the 17th and 18th centuries were employed as court musicians just like the European counterparts of the time. Legend has it that an argument ensued between two pakhwaj players employed by the Mughal court of Muhammad Shah in the early 18th century over a drum competition. The single barrel drum was chopped into two by an angry sword-carrying drummer named Sidar Khan. Whether that is true or not, modern research suggests that tablas were invented in the first half of the 18th century by a drummer named Amir Khusru, who was instructed to develop a more subtle and melodic percussion instrument that would accompany the new style of music called khayal. That style, with tabla accompaniment, is the basis of modern performances of Indian classical music. Another research suggests that the tabla takes its name from the tabal of Arabic origin. In the beginning, the instruments, which were egg-shaped or hemispherical with skin stretched over the opening, were called tabal. These were essentially martial drums which accompanied the military expeditions of Muslims. Though made of metal, these kettle drums were originally derived from pot drums of primitive men. Later, they became rounded like the egg. This may have been an adaptation to facilitate carrying them on the back of a horse or a camel. Slowly, it became a generic term used as a prefix for all type of percussion instruments spread over in the Middle East, no matter what shape they were. As stated earlier, the tabla seems to have been in the beginning an instrument that suited the lighter variety of music and hence was very popular with the common people. It, however, remained confined to folk music and to simple music of the lower sector of the society till the beginning of 18th century. A new style of singing, that is khayal, came up. For the accompaniment of khayal and its allied instruments like sitar and sarod, the need of a new percussion instrument was felt. The tabla had the versatile tonality to serve both purposes. After that, till now, tabla has become an integral part of Indian music.
So hope you guys had fun. Please like, share and subscribe to this channel for more interesting audiobooks.